Communication Man here. What are people's motivation for doing what they do? So if you understand what drives people, you can actually make a better impression and you can actually get what you want. A lot of people come from a very selfish mindset of what can I get? What can I get? What can I get? And it's a very low level way of looking at something because it's not really going to help you. So everything you want is most likely in someone else's hands. So what you need to understand is what are their motivations and how can I give them what they want and as a result get what you want. So if you really grasp this is going to be powerful because this question, this mindset can help you open doors that seem impossible to open, doors that seem like you could never unlock them. But when you understand what other people's motivations are, you find them and then you figure out what you can do to give them what they want, and a lot of times that makes your life 10 times better. Subscribe for communication tips and life hacks. I got your back. Every Wednesday, got a new video coming for you. Let's start with the fun one. Romantic relationships. What are the goals of your partner? So for many people, this is going to be somewhat similar. So a lot of times, depending on who the person is, financial security is going to be in the top two, top one actually. And then second is going to be adventure, and third is going to be romantic surprises or emotional high points. So when you understand economic stability, that means you're not living hand to mouth because that's a really stressful environment to be in. So a lot of times people are looking to be with someone for a stronger hedge, basically, to protect themselves against life. So a lot of times they'll combine their finances, or sometimes they want one partner to be the strong one and to be able to basically protect them in case they get sick or if something happens. So being financially strong, economic importance is going to make the relationship thrive. Number two, adventure. So a lot of times this is what happens in the beginning of a relationship. People are trying to give the best impression of them, and they do all these things that they normally wouldn't do, whether it's really nice events or travel places or dates that are exotic restaurants or beautiful places or really emotional high points. And the third thing is, when I say emotionally high point, it could be a surprise. It's a lot of things that are unexpected. So you want to keep the relationship alive by focusing on these three things: having stable finances, bringing adventure to the relationship. Why should they be with you? Well, they want something new. They want to be surprised. They want to feel valued and loved. And so emotional high points are really important. It's like the roller coaster feeling when you go to an amusement park and get that thrill. Well, people want that in a relationship too. So you got to think about, if you're not doing one of those three things or all those three things, somewhere down the line, the relationship down the line can break down. So you really want to keep all those things in check. And if one of them are out of check, start fixing them. So it could be as simple as just going to a new restaurant you've never been to, or finding somewhere new in your town or new in the state that you can travel to that is interesting or unique, and maybe requires a little planning, but that's what makes it great. And the surprise can be more than just bringing home flowers. It can be something a little more unusual. You find out what they like and then surprise them with it, whether it's a favorite book or tickets to a concert or something like that matches with what they like. And that's gonna, especially if you keep them on their toes, they're gonna create that high attraction, and they're gonna feel appreciated, and they're gonna want you in their life. And that's the goal. You want people to want you in your life. So you got to think about what their relationship goals are and then give them what they want. Job and business relationship. Those motivations are going to be a little different. So number one, if you're working at a company, or if you have a business or a business partner, or if you have customers, they're going to want high profits if it's, say, a job or business, or they're going to want high quality from your work if you're providing a service or a technical job. So something that's important too is, especially if you're an employee or even a business partner, it doesn't matter, they want people that have a professional, positive attitude. So that means when things go wrong, you don't lose your mind. You just find a way to, what's the solution, and you keep a cool head. Number three, what's really important is to have confident work with a humble mindset. So that means you're not like a pushover. You're not scared to speak up if you really understand that something's wrong and needs to be corrected, but you say it in a very professional way. It's polite. It's not accusing. You're just trying to find out how to fix something, and have a humble mindset. So your ability to receive feedback is really important. There's a lot of people who they're incredibly good at what they do, but their attitude is terrible. Their self-esteem and their ego is so fragile that you can't tell them anything, and that can actually cost them their position, or it can really hurt a business relationship. And no one likes to work with someone who has such a fragile mind that they can't receive any feedback, especially if it's helpful feedback. So sometimes we need criticism in a polite way, in a way that helps us, because sometimes we have blind spots. So when you understand that, you focus on high quality work, the profits, having a positive mindset, and being a good listener. That can help you, because you got to think what are their motivations are. They want to sell products. They want to have a peaceful attitude in the workplace. They want people that are fun to work with. They don't want to see people that are grumpy and miserable all day. And I'm sure you've worked at jobs where you've seen people who don't care about this. They don't even ask what their motivation of their employer is. They just think about themselves. What can I get? What can I get? What can I get? And isn't that an annoying person to work with? It's always about them, their needs, right? You want to think about the other person's needs, and you give them what they want, and I guarantee you it's going to be a lot easier on you, and you're going to enjoy your workplace more because they're going to like you more. Friends and family, all right? They're going to want love, attention, and gifts. All right, so attention equals listening involvement. It's not merely listening. It's involved in the sense that when you ask them, hey, what's new or what's going on, you actually care and you want to figure out what is different. So maybe there's nothing going on and you just ask them, is anything, any new movies or anything that's of interest? And then you discuss it. And the best thing to do is discuss the high points, because when people talk about negative things with you, they associate that with you. They talk about positive things, they associate that with you as well. Number 2 is kind words, actions, and sentiments. So think about everyone that you meet. Is everything in this earth is difficult? I mean, there's no such thing as smooth sailing. If someone says that, they're likely in a good spot, but in general, there's going to be rough winds. So kind words and sentiments can help people get through those thunderstorms in life. And it's the encouragement of our friends and just if you're a parent to a child, that can really help them get through things that feel hopeless or despondent and just feel like you can't get over it. And sometimes you just need a little win from other people that helps you kind of put that in your sail and help you kind of get past whatever's bothering you. So another thing is gifts, assistance, and fun memories. So when you're listening, when you're creating those good memories, the best thing you can do is when you're, especially with your friends and children, they want to have fun. So you want to create the beautiful environment, and that's where you got to think, what are their motivations? They're going to want something fun, right? A lot of times our friends are escape from the negative stuff in the world. So we hang out with each other to party, right? To dance, to celebrate things like job promotions or graduating from college, or just it's the weekend. We're celebrating just being alive and hanging out because we have similar interest and going to the type of events and things that we're both interested in, or same type of museums or restaurants, and just enjoying each other's company. So your friends and family are going to want some type of assistance, and gifts can be in the form of birthday presents, or it could be your attention, could be yourself, could be helping people with errands. And, we rely on our friends when we go through hard times and good times. But especially in a relationship, you don't want to only ask your friends when you need something. You want to also be given something back, so you're not a user. But think about that. All your friends and family, their motivations are going to be quite similar. They're going to want attention, they're going to want your encouragement, and they're going to want your assistance and fun memories. So think about that. Whenever you meet someone, whatever is going on, what are their motivations? Okay, so people at different stages in their life are going to have different motivations. Younger people might want to be more active. Older people might want to be something a little more quality time, or all the above. So just think about that. Every relationship is going to be a little unique. And I remember a long time ago, I had 2 friends, very different people. Okay, one person, how we hung out, what was fun for us was just hanging out in our car. We just loved to drive and go get coffee, or just pretty much do anything just to hang out, listen to music. I had another friend that didn't like that at all. Hated driving, hated all that. But they loved like board games and just being inside. Their total homebody and ordering food. So we would do that. So everybody has a different motivation. That specific friend didn't really like outdoorsy stuff, didn't really like being around crowds. So their motivation was solitude and hanging out, really quiet quality time. And my other friend was more of like an extrovert and liked to go wherever we could, parties, meet people, just always like to be social. So all your friends have different motivations. So find out what they are, think about what they are, and it'll help you improve your life and improve your relationships, because life at the end of the day is really about the quality of our relationships with ourselves and with other people. So if we don't know how to think of what the motivations of our other people, whether it's customers, whether it's your job, your boss, your employer, whether it's your spouse or your friends or anyone, life's gonna really take a big hit if you don't think about those questions. So think about them in your own life. What are my motivations of the people around me, and how can I help them? Because I guarantee you their motivations are different than yours, and you need to think about their motivations, because if you can help them, they'll in return want to help you. And the more you help people, the better your life's going to be. Time for the conversation starter question. So remember, cool questions lead to what? What do they lead to? They lead to better, more enjoyable conversations. So don't ask boring questions, ask exciting questions. So here's the question for you. This is your new question, okay? If someone told you to tell them your favorite childhood memory, what would it be? What would it be? So comment below what yours is. I'll tell you what mine is. My favorite childhood memory, I have a lot, so it's kind of hard to pick just one. But one of my favorite childhood memories is I used to live in like a really cool little town. And when it would rain, it was the desert. I would go down in the washes, and I just loved the smell of the rain. I mean, I wouldn't go in the water, but I'd walk around it, and I just loved the smell of the water and the plants. And in my mind, I'd always make these cool stories, like I was a soldier flying, or some kind of mission in my head, or something fun. And it was a little adventure to me, and I just kind of look up to the clouds. And I remember I was a little kid, I felt so tiny looking up, but it was a fun thing. And there used to be I think it's still there, but there's a military base, and every now and then the plane would do like a sonic boom. It was kind of crazy. So I'd make up this big story in my head watching it fly by. And it was fun for me, just that little adventure, and I still kind of like that. I still kind of long for that, you know. But what's your favorite childhood memory? And comment below. I'd like to hear it. So subscribe now. I got more videos coming every Wednesday, and I hope to see you again. I hope you comment below, and I hope we get to know you. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to see, just send me an email or question or comment, and I'll get back to you, and I'll try to create a video that helps you. All right, love you, and hope you have a great day.